Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? My name is Ali Nishitova. I'm currently a 22-year-old personal trainer, and I'm just filming this video for the future version of me. The year 2024 has been hands down the most life-changing year of my life. I am extremely happy with how much I've progressed, not just career-wise, but as a person. And Charlie Morgan says this best. He says, "We don't achieve goals, we achieve characters that are worthy of achieving those goals." Now, let me give you an example of what he kind of means by that. He's basically, let's just make up a hypothetical scenario. Let's say you have a goal of making $1 million. The only reason you haven't made $1 million yet is because you're not the type of person and the type of character that is worthy and that is able to achieve the $1 million. Because if you were, you would have already achieved that goal of making $1 million. So that means you have to work on yourself more and become that person who is worthy of achieving that goal. And I'm just extremely happy because I know that I'm progressing. And this is my biggest motivation. If I'm getting better as a person and as a character, this is all the fuel I need. You know, it's pretty funny and it's pretty interesting how a lot of the stuff that I would say to myself comes into fruition. It's very weird. Like 2 to 3 hours ago, I was just watching old videos, old videos on Snapchat where I used to just talk to the camera when I was like 18, 19, and 20 years old. And I used to say to myself, Ali, you've got to work on your communication skills. You have to be an extremely good communicator. You have to be a better salesperson. You need to be more disciplined in life. You need to do all those things. And it was kind of a shocking feeling. It was kind of mind-blowing to watch these videos and see how the things that I said to myself a couple of years ago actually happened. Like, I can communicate much more effectively now. Like, my communication skills drastically improved. Other than my communication skills, I'm extremely good in sales now. And it's all thanks to, kind of my work, because I'm a personal trainer, and it's extremely important for a personal trainer to be a good communicator and to be good in sales specifically as a skill set, because that's what will determine his success in the industry. And I've been able to do pretty well. I've done pretty well in the year of 2024. It's currently December and I've already sold more than 420,000 dirhams in PT contracts. And I've done almost 1,900 conductions or something crazy like that. And that is all because of my skill sets. That's all because of how well I'm able to communicate now and how good my sales skills are. And when I look back at the year and when I see how much, has changed, it just gives you motivation, guys. It gives you motivation to work even harder, to be even a better version of myself for when I turn 23, for when I turn 24, for when I turn 25, and so on. So yeah, I was watching these videos and it was pretty wild to see how what you say to yourself, and if you actually believe that will happen, it truly does happen. It truly does come into fruition. And it was like kind of this full circle moment where I was like, wow, I remember how life was like back then. And then just comparing me now to me back then, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. It's good to see progress, guys. And this is the fuel to the fire, So, quick update on where I'm at. I'm currently 22 years old, a personal trainer in WellFit, the top personal trainer. I've been the top personal trainer for, I think, 10 months out of the year that I was in WellFit. So almost every single month since I joined WellFit, I was the top PT of that club. And now I'm just thinking of the year of 2025 and what goals I want to put for myself. Because of my skill sets, because of how much confidence I have now in just my skills, I know I can put higher goals and I'll be able to achieve them. It's kind of like a self-analysis thing where you're confident in your abilities, and it's not that you're putting goals that are out of reach and you feel like, oh, there's no way I can get there. No, you know you can get there. No, it's not going to be easy, but you know you're going to get there because you know yourself. You know how disciplined you are, you know how skilled you are in certain areas, and you just have confidence that you can achieve that goal. So I'm currently putting the goals of 2025. An extremely big goal of mine is to have $100,000 saved and invested. Alex Hormozi says this in his book, $100 Million Offers. He says, your first $100,000 is the hardest. It is the hardest. Do everything in your power to get there, and then you can breathe. Then you can kind of like take a step back. So for the year of 2025, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get $100,000 saved. And then from there onwards, I'm gonna take a step back and focus on, where to take things from there. But one of the biggest goals is to have $100,000 saved and invested. The next big goal is to have a well-developed personal brand and a well-developed social presence online. I want to make sure that I build a community of like-minded individuals, people who are young like me and have the same goals and have the same drive. So I want to make sure that I put a lot of effort into that as well. So build up my personal brand and $100,000 saved and invested. These are kind of my two biggest goals, and there's going to be sub goals in there, but these are the two biggest goals. So by the end of year 2025, I want to make another one of these videos when I update, you guys on how far I've come. I want to make sure that I've achieved those goals, and I'm going to do everything I can to achieve that goal, achieve those two goals. So yeah, now let me kind of update you guys on where I'm going from here. So I'm currently a personal trainer, and I'm about to be promoted to senior PT. So how it works in my club and in the company, the organization I work for, is personal trainer, and then you have senior PT, and then you have head of PT, which is like the manager. So I'm currently a personal trainer. In early next year, I'm going to be promoted to senior PT. And basically, as a senior PT, you kind of have the same requirements, but you just have extra responsibility where you'll be managing a subset of the team. So I think how it's going to work is there's going to be two senior PTs, one for the male side and one for the female side. I'm going to be in charge of the male side. And this is an amazing opportunity for me to continue developing my skills. Because as you guys know, this is like my biggest motivation, is me improving as a person and as a character. So I feel like being given the opportunity to manage other people in some way will teach me a lot of valuable skills and a lot of evergreen skills. And just talking about this, it reminds me of a point Luke Belmar made. Luke Belmar says in one of his podcasts, he was like, there is no safety net. There is no safety net job. The safety net is your skills. That is what you will fall back on, because it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. If you have good skills, evergreen skills, you can succeed in anything. And I completely and utterly agree with that. If you are good in communication, good in sales, good in marketing, good with people, you can do anything. Whatever it is that you do, you will do well. So it is kind of what you'll fall back on. That is your safety net, your skills. So this new role of senior PT will just help develop my skills and maybe polish the skills that I already have. But there's also new skill sets that I'm going to learn, because I have never managed a team. I've never managed anyone, to be fair. I've always conducted work just by myself. All these crazy numbers that I've achieved over the year was all just on me. So being able to manage people now, this is a skill set that I know is going to be very valuable for me moving forward, especially if I decide to do my own thing one day. I will need the skill set of being able to manage people, So yeah, this is kind of the next step. I'm going to be promoted to senior PT. And then from there, we'll see how it goes. But now the most important thing for me is not the money. Like, it's not earning as much as humanly possible. Like, that's not my goal. My goal is learning. Again, Alex Hormozi says this: when you're young, don't prioritize earning, prioritize learning, because that education is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. And that education is going to allow you to earn even more in the future. So you can't be short-sighted. You can't have like a short vision and like think, oh, how can I make this quick money? Or how can I conduct these amount of sessions in this month? Or how can I just sell as much as possible? No, 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 no. If you're young and this is your mindset, this is not the best track to be on. The best track to be on is to take a step back and think to yourself, am I learning a valuable skill? Is this something that will benefit me in a year, 2 year, 3 year, 10 year, 20 year time frame? If the answer is no, then I personally think you're wasting your time. So this is kind of my goal right now. I'm currently 22 years old, and I want to make sure that I continue learning these skills, continue stacking these skills, so that when I'm 25 years old or 26 or 27 or 30, I'm just extremely skilled as a person, that whatever I choose to endeavor on and whatever path I choose to go down, I do well. So yeah, year of 2025, 100K USD saved, build a personal brand. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Guys, there is no shortcuts. Just put your head down on work. There are no shortcuts. Don't believe what you see on social media. You're gonna have to struggle. You're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to put your head down for months and months and months and years and years and years until you start seeing the fruits of your labor. Alhamdulillah for everything. I'm so grateful for how things are going, and I'm excited for the year of 2025. The 23-year-old version of me is going to be an absolute beast. I have full confidence in saying this. The 23-year-old version of Ali Nishitoba is going to be an absolute monster. Future version of Ali, I hope that you achieved all your goals, and I hope that when you look back at this video, you're happy of how far you've come. Alhamdulillah for everything, and yeah.